This meeting is being recorded.
Meeting is being recorded. Welcome to the Tilt Report, episode whatever. I'm not even sure what episode this is. Maybe episode 16 or 17. Did I say that last?
I was going to guess 16.
Okay, yeah, we're going to guess on 16. We're guessing on episode 16 here. My name is James. His name is Jeremy. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is currently a bi-weekly podcast. Once we get out of the month of May and get into the next couple months, maybe we'll be freed up a little bit more, but May is a busy month for both Jeremy and myself, him for work and me because I'm traveling. So currently a bi-weekly podcast, but if you guys have been listening, basically what we do is we talk a little bit about life in the DFS industry and contests coming up for the day, whatever the main contests are, whatever sports you can play. Most of the time we talk about PGA stuff too, because we both like PGA and the game theory there. And then we also, the gem of our conversation is usually tout drama. I'm not sure how much tout drama we have to talk about. We have a little bit going on with the Empire Maker saga. We can talk a little bit more about what's happening there. And then maybe talk a little bit more about a couple other things that are going on in the industry. But for the most part, it's going to be catching up and going over contest stuff. So Jeremy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Won a little bit of money yesterday in PGA Showdown round 4. The biggest edge in the industry is what I always tout it as. But yeah, won a little bit of money yesterday. It's been a while since I've won anything, so I'm glad. Corey Connors cost me $30K by bogeying 18, so that's always good. But can't complain with a second place, but overall doing well. I'm a month out from my wife giving birth, so things are good. How about you?
Man, I'm good. I'm going on vacation, kind of like a mini vacation tomorrow. I'm going to New York City. Gonna go visit a friend out there. We have tickets for the Book of Mormon on Broadway on Wednesday. So
nice.
And then we're going to a Brazilian steakhouse on Thursday because I love meat. I'm just a meaty guy. I really, really like Brazilian steakhouses. If you've never been to a Brazilian steakhouse, Jeremy, have you ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
I have a few times actually.
They're maybe the best place on the planet if you like meat.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
I can't think of a dinner that I would prefer to have just like ad hoc. Maybe really, really good pizza, but probably not. Like I'd rather go pay the $300 for a really nice Brazilian steakhouse. I just think it's the best. So we're going to be doing those things and I'll come back. Work will not be affected. All the models over at Paydirt are still going to be ran. I have my very powerful laptop that I bought specifically for instances like this. So I'm pretty excited for that. We have Mother's Day coming up in about a week. So for those of you out there who have moms or are married to a mom or whatever, then here's your reminder to go pick out something, anything. If you have forgotten that it is coming up. I always forget when Mother's Day is. So I sometimes need the reminders. I'm pretty excited to go buy some things out of New York for Margaret. But this week looks like a pretty good week. PGA last week, a guy in my Discord, Trev, his friend actually took down the Millie Maker, which is pretty sick. He was sweating out. Trev was actually sweating out his shot at the Millie Maker until Sunday. And he was in like 7th or something up until Sunday, and then his team kind of fell apart, but his friend ended up winning it, which is pretty sick. And then he posts in the Discord his friend's brother just like casually talking to Keith Mitchell.
Yeah.
He had him on his team, and it's like,
and he had him on his team. Yeah, it's
saga there is so funny, man. So it was cool to kind of sweat that out a little bit. PGA Millie Makers are wild. I have the heart for that, so I don't know how people play it.
Yeah, the contest structure sucks too, so I usually don't buy in because they do a milli up top and then usually 100K to second, which is just like crazy. And then if you get if you're outside the top 14, you basically like double up essentially, and then like 15th makes $1,000 more than like 115th or something. It's just
so brutal.
It's terrible. It's like it's probably the worst contest, out there. I only play if I'm able to win tickets. I think they offered a a promo like get $250 back, which is actually why Trevor's friend joined it, right? Is because of that promo, and I guess paid off for him. So congrats to him. I only cashed one of my 3 lineups, so it wasn't a great millie week for me, but congrats to him. It was pretty awesome to see.
I will frequently play contests where they offer me like a third of my buy-in back. I frequently, like, they'll offer that for like the 555 during NFL season, or like the 777 or whatever. Like they'll be like, oh yeah, here's $250 back for every entry that you have. I'm like, yep, I'll snap into that, because I already know the rake is mostly paid by bad lineups. And then if you're going to give me back a third of my entry fees, especially if I play 3 lineups, like if I cash 1, I'm happy at that point. So I really, really like when they do those promos. They don't do them enough. I think they especially don't do them enough for like lower level players. Like, with the 555 specifically, because that's basically the only contest that I have ever been offered that by my rep. So, and I literally haven't heard from my rep this year on DraftKings. Like, I literally have not heard from my rep this year on DraftKings.
What tier are you? Are you Oinks?
No, I mean, I'm like, I was on the edge of plat last year.
Yeah.
And so like high gold, I've had a rep for 3 years or something. Literally have not heard from them this year. And I get it, like my volume has gone down since I started Paydirt. I understand that.
Yeah.
Like still, I literally worked for DraftKings, you know? like I would think that I would still have those connections, but I don't, man. They threw me to the curb, Jeremy. They don't care about me anymore.
No, they only care about monkey NFTs and stuff.
Man, God, it's so brutal. Yeah, where did that customer service go? Because I think that like the Onyx rewards are good on DraftKings right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
below that is so bad now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Diamond right now, and because I didn't start like maxing contests until probably like late last year. And Diamond is nothing. Like this guy doesn't do shit for me. Like he doesn't do anything. He just tries to get me to play Rainmakers, and that's it.
That's so bad, man. Like that. I think that it's just the rich get richer situation, you know? Like the middle class of DFS is just fucking downward spiral. It's so bad. Speaking of DFS, we should talk about the contests today. We have the big 3. I mean, we have NBA, NHL, and MLB. NHL is only a showdown, but their showdown contests are like as good as the contests that you get for regular. So, and probably much higher edge. I would think that the edge in the flagship for showdown is significantly better than the edge for normal NHL contests. So if you want to go do that, it's Vegas versus EDM, so it should be a good one. We have NBA playoffs. If you played showdown last night, congrats on a $400 fucking win. I can't counting those fucking wins, dude.
Yeah, didn't someone from Stochastics put the same lineup in 150 times and then that was the winning one?
I don't know, man, but good for them if they did. Like they actually winning something. That's sick, but like you can't. Anybody touting and being stoked on a win like that, I'm talking RPS here, of course. Like, your EV is fucking shot. Like if you maxed that contest, you lost a lot. And you shouldn't be happy with that. You shouldn't be stoked on splitting that. That's fucking bad.
The people though, they're men of the people.
I fucking guess. It's so it's so silly. Like I understand wanting to be like, yeah, you had the winning lineup, but it's like
right.
100K to first with $400. No, you didn't fucking win anything. Like you did. That's so bad. I was talking to somebody in the Discord, Elite Break, who I love him. He's been with Paydirt for a long time. But the dude is a absolute chalk donkey. Like the guy is an ultra chalk monster. He literally will not play anything but chalk. And I have been talking to him forever about this. And he was like, oh yeah, I finally had a bink in the $50 SE, like as I'm coming down to my last dollars in my FanDuel account. It's like, okay, so he made $1,100 on a lineup with the lowest owned person in this lineup was 18% owned. He had literally the highest owned stacks and the highest owned pitcher. By far. Like everybody was 20% or more owned.
Yeah.
Like he started the season with $500 and then he just made $1,100 with his first bank of the season. And I'm like, bro, you might only get like 3 of those for the season. You might end up the season up like $1,000, maybe.
Yeah, or maybe even negative, honestly.
Maybe, probably negative. Right?
Probably negative.
Like the maintenance that you have to have, the luck that you have to win a lineup with that, and the kicker here, the main kicker here, is that like his lineup was not the best lineup that you could have made. The only reason why it won was because nobody had the better stack in the 100-man contest. Like nobody had the Mets, nobody had the Rockies. And so like, and those teams kicked the shit out of that lineup. So like, yeah, for sure, you can eat more chalk in smaller contests because you don't need the nuts. But like, if you just pivot in just instead of being on the Cardinals, be on the Yankees, like you win you win other contests that are bigger, right? So don't eat so much fucking chalk, people. God damn it.
Yeah. Paydirt subs catching strays out here.
I love Elite Break, but like I'm tilting about this. And I DM'd him. I was like, bro, I'm happy for your success, but like I know that you're a pretty like good intermediate player, and I know that you can be so much better if you just stop eating so much fucking chalk. Like be reticent of it. Like reticent. And he doesn't have to change his process. And I'm tilting right now. This is the fucking tilt report. Let me tilt. He doesn't even have to change his process. All he has to do, and I've said this, just with this one, like build the lineup and then put it in cash games, put it in $50 for the head-to-heads, and then take that lineup and just switch the secondary stack and put it in your 100-man. There you go. That's it. Free coaching advice. Pay me $50 for it. Like it's not that hard, and people like can't do it. I don't understand. And I guess me as a contrarian player, like I guess it's easier for me to see it, I guess, but man, it's so easy. It's such an easy leak to fix, bro. So easy.
Yeah, it's interesting when people don't want to do anything differently. And I have a friend who plays very small stakes, but he plays a lot of chalk, and I always try to encourage him to play differently. And it's just like they just can't do it. Like they can't take on that risk. They're just like, that's not how they're built. And then I'm like, you should play, like, because that's not, you shouldn't play DFS. You should just bet on sportsbook or something like that or whatever, and just do that. And hopefully you get some good EV out of that. But if you're playing DFS, you're gonna get smoked. Especially if you're playing like the big, large GPPs or whatever, and like 100K to first or something like that. Small field, yeah, you can get away with it, but even then it's still a negative EV. Process. So I don't get it, but I'm not them. They can do what they want.
I agree. I fell apart at talking about showdown and all that duping, but NBA contests typically pretty good. The NBA runs their normal flagships all the way through the play.
Yep.
Like they always have good contests. So if you're into playing 2-game slates, go for it. I personally hate 2-game slates for NBA. You, especially in the playoffs, bleed EV trying to be any different. Like the rotations are so set. Trying to be different in any way is just really hard. But if you're really into NBA, you can keep playing it. And then MLB has some pretty good contests. Looks like the 888 today is like the higher dollar one, 100K to first. And then we have the 254 max, which is the contest that I like the most. And then the 88 is 20K to first today. So usually it's 10K to first today, it's 20K to first, 250 is 15K to first when it is usually 20. So they kind of switch back and forth between the 250 and the 88. Which one's
How many games are today?
8. It's a good slate.
Oh, that's a good slate then.
Yeah.
Is the flagship GPP 100K to first or 50?
50.
50?
Yeah. So I probably will play, I think I'm gonna play like 5 into the 88 today. I need to get away from playing a single lineup. And I've been saying that for a year now. But I need to get away from playing a single lineup, and I need to start being a little bit better about playing 3 to 5. I'm really good when I can hand build 3 to 5. I think it's mostly just a timing thing. I just get worried that I'm not gonna have the time to curate the lineups the way that I want. But I think I'll play 5 in the 88 today and aim for that 20K. And hopefully have a little bit more slush fun for this New York trip. Are you gonna play today?
Yeah, I'll probably play. I'm playing the NBA 2 gamer, but I usually play just like qualifiers for 2 gamers. I don't play any like large field GPPs just because I don't like you said, like the rotations are set. Stars are playing 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's hard to get any edge, but like in a small field, like 11 man, yeah, I can get a little bit different and still not lose too much EV. So I'll probably play small in qualifiers and NBA for the golf millie that's next week for the PGA Championship. So I want to get some tickets for that. I have one already. I'll play some MLB, I think, just for the fun of it. MLB Monday MLB,
Yeah, there
MLB
you go.
Mondays.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. So I'll play a couple lineups just for the sweat and for the fun of it. But yeah, man, MLB is tough, man. It's very frustrating.
You just gotta throw all hopes and dreams out the window with baseball, man. Like
Yeah.
you really, when you build NBA lineups, you build a lineup that you expect to do well. All right.
Yeah.
With baseball, you build a lineup that you expect to do badly, but hope does well. All right. That's the turn for it.
Yeah, that's my thing with MLB is because like I don't like to sweat as much. NBA you're sweating the whole game, right? Because Devin Booker walks down the court, he shoots a 2, you get 2 points.
Yeah.
But MLB is like it's a slow sweat. And I'm like so used to NBA, but I get it. It's very contrarian in MLB. Like you see all these like crazy things winning. So I get the appeal, but I haven't bought in yet.
It's so fun, but I agree with the sweat part. I think the sweat of baseball sucks. I think the best sweat in DFS is actually CSGO, but like most people don't know about it. But like the best sweat in DFS is CSGO, like for sure. If it had better live scoring, I think CSGO would be a super popular DFS sport. But like the counting stats kind of suck for it. But like if you're watching a game of CSGO and it's down to like the third map and they're going into match point, and like there's a bomb defuse that needs, oh man, it's so good. It's such good sweat. I will say also that I think PGA is one of
I love PGA sweat.
It's
like
it's such a slow burn, dude.
Yeah.
All week.
That's the fun of it. And then if you play showdown too, then you're like adding like you add that extra layer to that day, especially if it's round 4, because like it means a lot to those players too. Sunday is the day. So I love the PGA sweat because I think it's like the right mix of slow burn and like holy shit, make this fucking 6-foot putt, you asshole.
I've had a lot of that this year because I've rostered a lot of Ben Griffin.
Oh god.
And Ashke Bhatia. Ashke Bhatia has been like the man in the Paydirt models.
Yes, I know.
And that dude's fucking. He had a week.
That guy tilts me so much.
He's so cool though, man. He's so fun.
Gosh.
A question for the people. Question for the people here. This is for you. When you're going into your round 4 showdown, are you more likely to play guys you have on your full week or fade them and hope that you can like, or do you not even think about that?
I try not to think about it because I think that if that's affecting your process for round 4, then you're going to make potentially bad decisions. Sure. It's so hard to predict what you need and what's going to happen, especially in PGA where the leaderboard makes a lot of difference. The difference between second and third place is like 5 to 8 points. Yeah. So you just don't know how that's going to shake out. So I try to take that out of the process, and then if I'm feeling good about my classic going into round 4, maybe I'll join some more contests just because like, all right, I think I'll be, having a pretty good weekend anyways. Let me try and fire some more in. Yeah. There's of course that aspect of it, but the players I try to keep out of it.
Yeah, I ask because I can't imagine the tilt that I would have if I had a really good classic going and then I hedged against it in round 4 and then lost both.
Oh, that's exactly. That's terrible. Like
that would suck, dude. Like, and having both of them go like down to the wire, right? Like you're into like the last 5 holes or something, and your classic is doing really well, and your hedge is doing pretty well, and you have a shot at both, and then you end up getting a quad bogey of a guy that you have on both, and just shit all over the floor. Like I can't imagine the till. Like I just couldn't do it. I'm not built for it.
It's rough. It's
Yep.
rough.
Built different. Last thing I want to talk about. Did we ever find out what happened with Empire Maker?
No, is his Twitter back? I don't think it's back, right?
I don't think it's back. Yeah.
No. Mock killed him.
Yeah, Mock straight up killed the guy. So that's pretty crazy. My guess, my contemplation here is that he ended up getting off of Twitter. If he actually wants to go and like do this lawsuit, I think he probably needed to get off Twitter.
Right, because he's tweeting stupid shit.
That's my only guess, is if he consulted with a lawyer and actually wants to go through with this. The lawyer was like, get the fuck off that platform.
Yeah.
We can go through with it.
Like delete your account, no old tweets, all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, his Twitter is a little bit wild sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess. I'd be shocked if he's actually going through with this. It feels like, I mean, I guess if you have fuck you money, then it doesn't really matter. Like, but I'd be shocked if he's like going through with the legal part of it.
Here's my thing. If you have fuck you money, why the fuck do you care?
Right. That's why I'm surprised. And like, I mean, EM2 he seems like a pretty prideful guy, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's just like doing it for like, hey, little dick swing contest. But
yeah,
I mean, that's a lot to go through for a dick swing contest.
I don't know, man. It just seems like the upside of going through with that just doesn't. There can't possibly be enough monetary gain.
Right.
So
it's got to be an ego thing.
The only way that you go through with it is for an ego thing or to help the DFS ecosystem. And
no way.
Come fuck on. He doesn't give a shit about that. So
that man doesn't want to help anyone. Fuck.
No. I don't know. I don't know why I don't know, but that's my only guess, is that a lawyer, like, he went through a consultation and the lawyer was like, yeah, but you got to fucking delete that Twitter because there's things on there that you'll get slammed for in court. So that's my guess. I don't think he got banned.
No,
banned.
I don't
That
think
doesn't
so.
make any sense.
No,
so,
he didn't tweet anything that was ban worthy, so I doubt he got banned.
No, well, I mean, he has in the past, but like he didn't.
Yeah.
So like that doesn't matter here.
Who knows? Maybe Mock hired someone to go through all his past tweets and then report them all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. So that I just want to check in with that. We don't really have any other tout drama. I think
I got some beef with you. Yeah. Tweeting about my Jets here.
Dude, fuck you. The Jets are back. Okay, look. All right. I want you to talk me through. I want you to rank the AFC quarterbacks.
I would
just the top 10.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Rodgers is probably like 5 or 6. I think is off the top of my head is what I would guess. I would say Mahomes, Herbert, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Who am I forgetting?
There's one big one you're forgetting just in the top 5.
I can imagine. Oh yeah. Okay, Burrow, and then I think you can make an argument for everyone else, potentially being interchangeable. Unless you got someone that.
Yeah, once you get to that 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th spot, like there's a couple guys that you can just kind of lump in there. And I think Rodgers fits in there if he's as good as he was last year.
Yeah.
If he is as good as he was last year. And like we're just ignoring that his entire career he's played against the fucking Lions and the Bears, who have been a joke for a decade, right? So it just comes down to this, like, Aaron Rodgers wasn't even good enough to make it in the NFC. And now he's going to face, like, he will almost always be the worst QB on the field in the NFC. Like that, or in the AFC. That there are not very many matchups where he is the better quarterback in that schedule. Going to have to rely on defense against the best offenses in the league with a defensive head coach. And fucking Randall Cobb somehow still on the field. Like,
Randall Cobb is not going to be on the field.
Yes, he is. You fucking will, dude. They're going to play Randall Cobb over Denzel Mims.
Denzel Mims is our 6th wide receiver.
Maybe
Not maybe. I mean, he actually is. We got
Denzel
Garrett
Mims
Wilson.
he is better than Randall Cobb.
I agree with you.
So what? Oh, okay. So but Randall Cobb is going to play over Denzel Mims.
And that's fine. Denzel Mims wasn't a contributor last year either. So,
But that's the state of the Jets. Is that like they're going to be playing the
yeah, I
corpse of
think
Randall
we're
Cobb?
arguing. I think
He
we're
is
arguing.
going to get snaps. He's going to get snaps.
I mean, sure.
Breece Hall is coming off a pretty catastrophic injury, right? Like we've seen medical science has come a long way. Sure, I get it. And I think that running back staple is fine. The O-line is not good. The offensive line is not good. It's
Fair.
below average. Like they're basically going to have to say, okay, Garrett Wilson, you have to be Devontae Adams. Like you have to be Devontae Adams, and Aaron Rodgers has to be able to deliver the way that he has in the past at a level above what he was able to do in the NFC. They're not making the playoffs.
You want to make a bet? Live bet on Tilt Report?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Jets to make playoffs or not?
Sure. Yeah.
How much do you want? 200?
We'll do 500.
500. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, okay. $500 on that. That's my usual season-long bet. I have that. And I will let you know now. I have never lost a season-long bet in the industry. Ever.
Well, you're about to lose.
All right. Well, so I will put forward really quick that I am still waiting on the Celtics to lose this series against the Sixers.
Yeah.
People have that action.
That was what, 200?
That one's 500 too.
500 also. Okay.
So that one's gonna ship my money. And I am just laughing every time the Celtics fucking blow a game because that's what they do. But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm into that action. I've been looking for a way to make that action anyway. So there's my first piece of that. I'm gonna get plenty more down on that, I'm sure. So
all right. I'm a man of the people this time.
What are your closing thoughts for this one?
Fuck you, go Jets.
Okay. My closing thoughts are gonna be video game related. Diablo 4 beta comes out. The second beta, this one's called the Server Slam. It comes out the 12th through the 14th. If you like Diablo games, the first beta that they ran was fucking great. I'm very excited for the game to come out in June. And if you want to get a taste, play it this weekend. It's going to be really, really good. So those are my closing thoughts. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Tilt Report episode X. We're going to call it 16 here with James and Jeremy. If you guys like what you have heard here, because we're awesome, then go follow us on Twitter. I'll link the handles below. And obviously we will continue to put out this podcast as often as we can. May is going to be busy, but we'll be back in full force in June and July as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you guys next time.
Later.